Hi, this is Kim from KimberlyKoehler.com. Today I am going to show you how to make a really simple pair of earring wires. You will never buy earring wires again once you learn how to do this. So, what you need is 20 gauge wire. 20 gauge is generally speaking what most people use for earring wires. If it's uncomfortable, you can make it with 22 gauge wire, or whatever you feel comfortable with, but 20 gauge is generally what you use. You also need wire cutters, round nose pliers, and then it doesn't have to be a ring mandrel. You could use a marker, but something, because you're going to bend the wire around, so just something you can bend the wire around. You also need a jewelry file, which I will grab. Alright, jewelry file. Okay, so what you want to do is cut usually approximately 3.5 inches of wire, and that number doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but the wires should match each other. Alright, another thing that comes in handy are nylon coated pliers to straighten out any wonky wire that you may have. Okay. Alright, and then the next thing I like to do is make sure each side is cut flushly with my wire cutters. And if you don't know what that means, wire cutters will cut with a pinch cut if you cut on the side, and a flush cut if you cut on the flat kind of back side. So I just want to make sure they're all flush cut. Okay. Alright, the next thing to do is take your cylindrical item, whether it's a ring mandrel or maybe a highlighter or something, and bend your wire in half. And we'll do that for both. So we have 2. Okay. Then pick one side of one of your wires, and we're going to put a loop in it. And so to make the loop, to make your loops all uniform, you can just put a mark on your with a permanent marker on your round nose pliers, and then you can make them all the same. So what you want to do is hold the wire in between the two barrels of the round nose pliers. It should be all the way to the top. The wire should be all the way to the top, but not poking through, so you should be able to run your finger over it. Then you're going to twist your wrist away from you while wrapping the wire around the one barrel of the pliers. You go as far as you can, and then you readjust your pliers, staying on that mark that you made on your pliers, and then you finish the loop. Okay, and then it looks like a P. And for earring wires, I just leave the P like that. I don't straighten it out. And then we'll do the other one. Okay. Alright. Then kind of like to pinch these in a little bit. Okay. And then I like to do a little bend back out, like that. And to make it uniform, just kind of line them up and do it again. Okay, so there they are so far. Now, to make sure that they don't hurt your ears or snag them, take the end that will be going through your ear, which is obviously the end without the loop, and file it. And you're just going to want to file it so it's kind of rounded and not pokey. You can just kind of test it with your thumb. This is how I do it. I just run the earring over the file. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. Okay. So then we just have one more step, which I forgot to tell you the tools for that. And that is, and actually you could skip this step in some circumstances if you don't actually have a hammer and a steel block. I used to just skip this step before I had that, but this makes the earring wires hard and hold their shape. Alright, so I'm just using a small jewelry steel block, or you can use an anvil or whatever you happen to have, and then I have a nylon little hammer, and then I am just going to hammer the earring wire, and that just strengthens the wire and helps it keep its shape. But seriously, that's all you have to do. And you can actually feel it getting harder. So there you go. Now you know how to make earring wires, so you do not have to purchase them anymore. You can obviously make these smaller if you would like smaller ones. These are pretty big. You probably don't want bigger than what I made, but of course you can make them bigger if you want. And then you can put all your beautiful jewelry creations on it. So let me know if you like this. If you make earrings, I'd love if you shared a picture on the Emerging Creatively Flickr group or on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Emerging Creatively Tutorials. Alright, this is Kim from KimberlyKoehler.com.